Hello and welcome to Khan's Tech Lab. In today's session, we will understand metadata. So, what exactly is metadata? So, metadata is nothing but data about data. You have some data, whether it is in form of image or audio or video or anything else, there will be some data about it. For example, what is the location that video got recorded and what is the size of that file. Everything can be called as metadata. For example, in the image here, there is a cat image, which is actually data. But there are a few metadata attributed to that image. As you can see, the file name is there and author is there and the date is there when the image was captured and the location. These are all the metadata of that image. Well, there are a few types of metadata. The first one is descriptive. Descriptive means the data, metadata, which is used for discovery and identification. For example, who is the author of the document? What is the title of the document? What does it mean? Who owns it? What does it contain? And when it was published? These are all comes under the descriptive metadata. The second one is structural metadata. So structural metadata says how does it relate to other data and how is it organized? What is the key? Is it sorted or not? What are the pages of a book? These are all comes under the structural metadata. Then comes the administrative metadata, which gives the information to help manage a resource. For example, creation date, the file type, when it was created or modified or archived, and how who can access it, who has the privilege to access it, what is the size, how large is it. All these comes under the administrative metadata. So even in the structural databases such as Oracle or MySQL, there will be metadata which describes the information about tables, fields, and data types, their relationships, and if there are any constraints. All these put together are the metadata of databases. And they will be stored in either data dictionaries or system catalogs. Sometimes we call it as information schema. Let me practically show you the metadata of MySQL database tables. So in databases, the metadata can be retrieved by using queries. As you can see here in this section, we have the schemas where I have two schemas. The first schema which I have created and there is a schema which is already there, the system created schema. So I will just go with the first schema which I have created. I have two tables in it. Now I want to know the number of tables present in this first schema. Now I have only two, but after a few years, I may have hundreds of tables. Then I just wanted to count how many are there. Then there is a query here. Select count of star as table count from information schema dot tables where table schema is equal to first schema. So I am just counting the number of tables of present in this first schema. The information will be available in this information schema dot tables. So I will just run this query. As you can see here, I got the result table count is 2, which is exactly what I have in the first schema database. Now, for example, I want to know the name and data types of the columns of customer table of this first schema. Then it is also very simple. I have one, two, three, four, 5 columns, and they are different types of columns. For example, some could be varchar, some could be integers, etc. Now I am just running a query where I'm just calling the column name, data type, column type is whether it is nullable and what is the column key and is there any default, everything together. And I'm calling them from the information schema dot columns table. So this table will have the information of the data of my columns. So let me run this query. As you can see, I got all the list of the 5 columns and their data types and their column types and their constraints is nullable or not, and whether it is primary key or not, and etc. If there is any auto increment, all these together I am getting as the metadata. So this is how we will get the metadata of database objects. So not only databases, the metadata will exist even for the digital media such as photos, videos, and audio. And we can store the technical and descriptive information of these files. For example, the copyright information, the GPS tagging, etc. I would like to show you one quick metadata of a video. Here I have a video, test video, and I can just see the metadata here also, the date it got created and the type and the size and the length also. Apart from this, if I want to know what and all the other metadata I have, I can just go to the properties of that file and just I can see everything like the type of the file and what kind of player it will be used to open that file, and what is the location and what is the size and when it is created and if it is modified, when it was modified. All the metadata we can find in the properties of this file. Then comes the important fact. What is the importance of the metadata? So metadata improves the search ability and discovery, and it will facilitate the data management, and it will help in the interoperability, and it will enhance the data governance and compliance of the data. So metadata has its own importance in the world of data science. Finally, metadata is essential for managing, discovering, and protecting data. It supports better decision making and automation. It's a foundational concept in digital systems. And there is a famous quote, without metadata, data is just a noise. Hope you understood. Please stay tuned for the upcoming sessions. If you like the video, please hit the like button, share the video, and subscribe to our channel. Thank you.